Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Can Do Entertainment Presents May the Force Be With Who. Now, I am very sorry I've not had a chance to make any videos lately. Had a bit of a family issue with my brother-in-law having a brain tumor removed, and I've also had stuff going on with the band. But glad to report that my brother-in-law is finally back at home and he's doing well, and things are going well with the band. As a matter of fact, if I've not already stated on previous videos, the band is now under the name of League of Fools. We have a brand new YouTube channel up. We also have a brand new Facebook page up. So you can find videos for League of Fools on League of Fools at YouTube and also on Facebook.com. Alright, so getting into this edition of May the Force Be With Who. I was going to do my long overdue review of the video release of Power of the Daleks. Now, this is one of Patrick Troughton's, actually it's Patrick Troughton's first ever episode. And the reason why that this is important is because it is the first regeneration story ever. And it is one of also the lost stories, which much of Patrick Troughton's run as the Doctor has been deleted or lost by the BBC over the years. So they went and they animated the story. And what was really cool about it is they animated it in both black and white and in color. So there's two discs, one that contains the story in black and white and one that contains the story in color. Now the animation, it's not Disney, folks, and it's not Pixar. It's rather stilted, but I'm glad that it's animated. I'm glad that they did it, and I hope that they do so with other lost stories that they have soundtracks for, such as the Highlanders, or maybe the Abominable Snowman, because like I said, much of Patrick Troughton's run has been lost due to various things with the BBC, and the fact that they even did this is awesome. Now to the story itself. This is the very first regeneration story, which is why it's important, because they didn't even have a word for regeneration. They didn't even call it regeneration. They called it, I've been renewed. And so that's basically the main gist of why I bought this and why I'm glad that they did it, because the story itself is but we'll get to that in a minute. The opening parts of the story, which is basically picking right up from the end of William Hartnell's run, The 10th Planet from 1966, is basically dealing with Ben and Polly, played by Michael Craze and Annika Wilkes, dealing with the Dr. Patrick Troughton regenerating and wondering, is this the Doctor, or can we trust this strange new little man? And for the most part, this is the best part of the story, because, you know, you're dealing with the whole, you know, the changes in his personality and getting used to the new face and the new body and evidently the new clothes, that when he regenerated he also had, you know, the tramp look going on, which I will have to say that there are hints of the cosmic hobo in Troughton's performance of the Doctor in this story, but he's not quite there yet. He starts playing the recorder and he has some of a few of his little trademark traits, but not quite to where he is in later stories. But the opening parts of the regeneration basically are the best parts of this story. Now, this is a 6-part story. Would have been better served if it was 4. Basically, the main gist is after the regeneration, the Doctor lands on Vulcan with Ben and Polly and decides to go for a stroll, and comes across the murdered body of Earth Examiner and is mistaken for him and takes his place and goes to the colony here on Vulcan. And it turns out this crazed scientist has found a capsule in the mercury mines, or the mercury swamps, that contained 3 Daleks. And in typical, the scientist's name is Lesterson, and it's kind of, you know, it's 1966, so the actor playing Lesterson, and I'm sorry I don't remember the actor's name, kind of has the whole crazed scientist bit to, you know, just, he's very over the top. And the stuff with the Daleks is alright, but as I say, I've mentioned this before, the Daleks are not really my favorite. I'm more of a Master / Missy person, so this story just drug and drug and drug. I mean, the whole bit with the Doctor being mistaken for the Earth Examiner was kind of cute, and it played pretty good for about the first 2 or 3 episodes, but this story could have been wrapped up in 4 episodes, not 6. It just drug and drug. There's a side story about a revolution in the colony and the security chief doing a take over from the governor, and it just drug, and I mean, it was like homework watching this thing. So I'm glad they made it. I'm glad they animated it. I hope they do it for other Lost stories. I prefer the black and white version because it fits with the other Patrick Troughton episodes that I have that are in black and white. Just for the fact that it is Patrick Troughton's first story as the Doctor, and it was the 50th anniversary of this last year, and it's the first regeneration story that Who fans ever got. I'm going to give it a 6 just on that basis, and just on the first episode alone is probably the strongest episode. The Daleks manipulating the colonists into making a Dalek production plant, that part was kind of cool. And we got a callback, or we get a future callback in Victory of the Daleks, because this is the episode that originally had the "I am your servant" thing that came back later in the Matt Smith era. So it's a goodbye. I'm sorry, my phone's going off. It's a goodbye. If you're a completist or you like the Patrick Troughton era, I give it a 6. I think it went on too long. Some of the middle episodes drug, and the overall plot had some holes in it. But, you know, Patrick Troughton, the first regeneration story, I give it a 6. All right, moving on to other Who news. As I'm sure we all know, the news has dropped that Peter Capaldi is leaving at the end of this year, supposedly, allegedly, during the Christmas episode, which Series 10 is due to start on the 15th of this month, I believe. So, or let me see, the 14th is a Friday, so the 15th, yeah, the 15th of this month. So the trailer, we had a brand new trailer drop for Series 10 today, and it was really cool. We got to see the Mendosian Cybermen again, which ties back into what I was talking about from the 10th Planet. Those are the original Cybermen, and that's really cool that Moffat is including them in Capaldi's last series, because Capaldi has been pushing for the Mondosian Cybermen since the beginning. He's wanted to face that version of the Cybermen since he's been on the show. And for those of you that don't know what the Mendosian Cybermen is, those are the ones with the cloth masks on the face, and they have the real kind of funny voice that sounds like a Sea can say. So that's really cool. We got to see more of the Ice Warriors. It looks like maybe an Ice Princess or an Ice Queen. Also, news broke over the weekend that the character of Bill is going to be allegedly the first openly gay companion, which I kind of thought Captain Jack was the first openly gay companion, or at least the first omnisexual companion. And unfortunately, as a lot of my fellow Whovians out there that were already Bill bashers are kind of running with this and going, oh, they're only doing it to, you know, make it PC or blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't care if Bill is gay or not. I didn't care if Captain Jack was gay or omnisexual. Didn't care about Vastra or Jenny being gay or... what does it matter? It's the 21st century, for God's sake. As long as the stories are good, who gives a shit? So... Bill is supposed to be gay. Who cares? As long as season 10 delivers, I really don't care. I'm bummed out about Capaldi not sticking around for the changeover to Chris Chibnall. I know a lot of Who fans are. Those are the ones that like Capaldi. I got into an argument with 666 Productions about character development on the 12th Doctor, saying that Capaldi had no character development, and I really thought that giving him a guitar and shades and lighting him up a little bit is what character development is called. But, you know, he still was a grumpy bastard when he needed to be a grumpy bastard. I'm a fan of the 12th Doctor. I hate that he's leaving. And in this new trailer, actually at the end, it looked like he was having a little bit of regeneration energy coming out of his hand. So, allegedly, you know, either they're teasing us at the BBC for the trailer's sake. I'm sorry, there's rain going on. So, anyway, there's actually some word that maybe he might regenerate in the season finale instead of the Christmas episode, which I'll get to that in a second. But we got to see Missy. We got to see some more of the water creatures that we don't know if they are the return of the flood from Waters of Mars. So I'm ready for Series 10. I'm very, very ready, and I cannot wait. Now, on to the subject of regeneration at the Christmas special. I'm kind of, as much as I hate Capaldi's leaving, I don't really want to see another regeneration at a Christmas special, because we got David Tennant regenerated at Christmas. We got Matt Smith regenerating at Christmas. And if Capaldi is staying till the Christmas special, then we're going to have Capaldi regenerating at Christmas. And it's kind of like, well, can the Doctor not regenerate at any other time but besides Christmas? I don't know. It's something that just bugs me. But anyway, that is really all I've got for now. New pops are out. Wonder Woman pop is out. So like I said earlier, League of Fools on League of Fools at Facebook, League of Fools Band at Facebook, and League of Fools at YouTube. And 2 weeks from now, or I think the 14th, we have a show at the Dugout in Hendersonville. For those of y'all that are local and want to come out and see us, we had a great show Saturday night at Fairview Tavern. Thank you for everybody that came out and supported us. And I recently passed 1,000 views, which I know that's really not anything as far as great and grand on the scale of YouTube, but I think it's pretty damn cool that I've passed 1,000 views. So thank you to anybody that's ever hit this channel and clicked and that are subscribed. I appreciate the hell out of it. So Star Wars Celebration is also in 2 weeks, so hopefully we're finally going to get the first trailer to drop for The Last Jedi. I know I still haven't done a review on Empire's End. I do mean to get that up, as well as the long overdue review on Bloodline. I still plan on doing that, so sorry I've been lax. I've had some stuff going on, and like the great Mel Brooks once said, affairs of state will take precedence over affairs of state. Damn, I need to buy a vowel. Anyway, I'm going out of town later this evening. I'll be back this weekend, so hopefully maybe I can get some of that done. All right, until then, keep on keeping on, and may the Force be with who?